exposed every week to the writing prompts, basically in the form of comparing the different texts, comparing the different stories, and they're asked to either identify the speaker's point of view or to summarize or something that using the concepts that go along with the stories. And their writing is in need of a lot of revising, a lot of editing, and what I'm having to do is spend a lot of time writing and making corrections to help them, because there's not enough time for me to go from child to child with the in-depth writing with it. So with it a routine, a weekly routine, because it does take so much time. But the one thing that I want to do is show them the correct way. And what I'm doing is spending just massive amounts of time on every paper to try and show them what may be a better sentence or where the errors are, and not to encourage them to become better writers. And the time is just overwhelming. So I'm wondering if there's not another way that I can help them without me being so much the thinker. I want to be more of the facilitator and give them the opportunity to hear what I'm thinking and what I'm suggesting, but let them actually make the corrections themselves and go through that thinking process so they can instill that and become better.
Pretend she's sitting next to you. Pretend you're talking to her.
Okay.
And say what it is you would normally say.
Makes it a folktale. We said this really doesn't, the time words, but what about, because at the beginning, after the times words, the narrator said you've probably heard the old folktale about Stone Soup. Would that give you a clue that this is probably a folktale? Like, is she on the right track here, or is she on the right track? I also know it is a folktale because the Chain brothers were sly characters and tricked their uncle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that hits on it. So, based on something, you might even say, let's talk about what makes this a folktale. What were the things we talked about in class? And I see that you have this, that they were.
Brianna, look back over your writing and see if you remember or you can bring back the characteristics of a folktale. You do have in about the middle of your writing where you have probably heard the old folktale about Stone Soup. We did talk about how folktales are stories or tales that have been passed down by word of mouth. So you're on the right track. And you also have included where the characters were sly and tricked their uncle, so you're on the right track. But go back to the beginning and see if there's something there that we need to change, and it's focusing more on the beginning of a folk tale. Do they actually use time order words, or how is that phrased? Just read back over and think about the characteristics.
Just make all of your answer in black and white. It will be so much easier for Mrs. Bates to read. Thanks.
Okay, so Devin, you need to make that change. Is Miss Blaze gonna get
Y'all want me to leave all of you a message, don't you?
Yeah.
Y'all are so cute.